If we're going to change how the world designs and manufactures, if we're going to transform a $12 trillion manufacturing industry, we can't do it on our own.
Revolutionizing an industry like manufacturing is really a tall order for any one company, because what really it takes to solve a problem is an end-to-end solution. And I think what we really appreciate about HP's approach is it's inclusive and it's broad and it really leverages a full ecosystem.
So what we chose was to partner with the best in software, the best in materials. We wanted to have a company with very strong experience in manufacturing that could understand what it really took to go into final part, and Jabil has a proven record.
Jabil, as a large manufacturing company, has been leveraging that sophisticated knowledge on materials to really allow us to do things in manufacturing that many people can't do. That's why HP chose Jabil to help them print the printer, leveraging multi-jet fusion technology and Jabil's manufacturing expertise and processes to bring the printer to market faster, reduce costs, and realize an unparalleled design freedom and flexibility.
About 50% of the custom plastic parts on our first printer actually made sense to be 3D printed. We started moving parts to production, but Jabil became the natural partner to do that. Not just because they were our foundational partner, but because that's Jabil's expertise. Jabil, in terms of its foresight, its thinking, was way ahead.
They have experience in very different industries, so they can bring inputs from very different types of customers, and they have all their data at their fingertips.
Jabil is able to bring that point of view and help educate us. And then they were able to look at what we're doing with our solution and help give us feedback. We're up to 50 parts today with Jabil, and that's just starting. We have what we call an HP on HP initiative, where we're looking at where does it make sense and when does it make sense to 3D print versus actually producing it in some sort of traditional technique.
In a traditional manufacturing process, we would have to move fixtures and tooling and set up a different process. With additive manufacturing, all you're doing is putting materials into the printer. So if you look at the supply chain of the future, we can simply move production from one location to the next by shifting a file.
Several of the business in HP produce parts in the hundreds of thousands and millions. So as they understand the capabilities that 3D printing brings, and as the cost of the parts go down, we expect this to be really expanded.
We saw break-even points move from maybe 5,000 units to 20, 30, 40,000 units.
There's a cost of creating the part, right, the physical part, but then you have to assemble it. And when you start eliminating assembly costs, that's where you really can pick up big savings. Where you get some 5x type multipliers and cost savings is when you start integrating functionality. We have on our first product, there's a part that went from like 6 parts, 13 screws, to like, we just printed it.
We can go through 19 iterations in the amount of time it took to do a single iteration using the traditional manufacturing method. That just gets us to market faster and saves considerable amount of money in bringing a product to market.
Typically with a disruption, people look at working the same way, just working kind of a little better, but somebody's going to get in there and help others figure out how to think differently. And that's exactly how John and the team talked about it. How do we get in there and design differently?
We were recently awarded the contract to go build the next generation HP 3D printer. It's really exciting now to know that we'll be building the product we'll be using in the future to make parts for HP.
They're like really good at what they do. It's a great team.